Stop guessing about your career path. The SWOT framework explained. Feeling lost in your career? In the next 10 minutes, I'm going to show you a powerful framework that will map out exactly where you stand right now and reveal the specific path forward that's right for you. This isn't just theory. This single exercise helps thousands clarify their next career move when nothing else worked. It also helps entrepreneurs know the next path forward for their business. If you ever thought, I know I need a change, but I don't know where to start, today's video will be your breakthrough moment. I promise by the end, you'll have a career compass that points you in a direction that aligns with who you really are. Hey everyone, welcome back to our Career Compass series. I'm Chris Almanza, and today we're diving deep into the Career SWOT analysis from page 14 of the roadmap. What is a career SWOT? Check out this diagram. A SWOT analysis breaks down your career situation into 4 key quadrants. First, we have strengths. What are you naturally good at? Then we have your weaknesses, the areas that you might struggle with a little. The opportunities, these are the external possibilities you can leverage. And then the threats are the external challenges that you need to navigate. This was originally designed for businesses, but when you apply this same framework, it works brilliantly for personal career coaching. Think of it as an inventory of your professional self before making the next move. Why this matters. Before we jump in, let's talk about why this matters. According to research, people who understand their career positioning are 3 times more likely to make successful transitions. What makes the SWOT so powerful is that it forces you to consider both internal factors and external market forces that you need to navigate. It's somewhere where a lot of people forget to consider the things that are not in their control that they still have to get around. We're going to go through some big stuff in just a few minutes. So if you need time, never hesitate to pause or come back to this video. Sometimes you have to think about something deeper in order to remember the details of how to answer the questions most accurately. Please don't lie to yourself. Be as honest as possible when you write down your answers because they all benefit you, even if they're hard, even if they're scary. Knowing what's ahead, the good and the challenging, will be very helpful in order to reach success. The most successful career pivots happen when people align their internal strengths with their external opportunities. And that's exactly what we're going to map out today. The strengths section. Let's start with your strengths. These are your natural talents, skills, and experiences that give you an advantage. Here are some key questions to ask yourself. 1. What do people regularly ask you to help with? 2. Which of your skill sets is most profitable in today's market? 3. What skills or talents do you have that come naturally to you? And 4. What professional accomplishments are you most proud of? For example, Sarah realized people were always coming to her to help explaining complex ideas in simple terms. This natural strength in communication led her to transition from accounting to corporate training and doubling her income and increasing her job satisfaction. Now, take a moment to pause the video and jot down at least 5 to 7 of your strengths. Now, let's examine your weaknesses. I understand that this can be uncomfortable to not only think about, but then even more so to write down. But this is an important step that we can't skip. These are the areas where you might need some improvement and support. Ask yourself these questions. 1. What do you feel you should be better at by now? 2. What tasks do you consistently ask others to help you with? 3. What aspect of your work do you typically try to avoid? And 4, where do you feel least confident professionally? Remember, identifying your weaknesses isn't about beating yourself up. It's about being strategic. Every successful person delegates or develops systems around their weaknesses. This is how you will succeed. If you pretend your weaknesses don't exist, it becomes hard to address them. For example, Marcus, who realized he struggled with detailed project management, but excelled in big picture thinking. Instead of forcing himself to become someone he wasn't, he partnered with a detail-oriented colleague, and they became an unstoppable team. This pairing helps balance the other's strengths and weaknesses. Now let's explore the opportunities. These are external conditions that could work in your favor. Key questions include: 1. Which skill set are you currently not using that you could leverage? 2. What industry trends could you take advantage of with your existing skills? 3. How could you transform your strengths into new opportunities? The magic happens when you connect your strengths with emerging opportunities in the marketplace. For example, consider my client who had been working on creating internal training videos for years. When he realized the exploding demand for online courses, he transformed his strength into a six-figure side business, teaching specialized knowledge. The best opportunities often exist in this intersection between what you already are good at and what the market increasingly needs. Finally, let's address threats, external factors that could potentially hinder your career progress. When I work with executives and entrepreneurs, this is often the area they get even more nervous about, because we acknowledge that not only is it not in our favor, but it is something that is out of our control. Ask yourself these questions. 1. What skills or knowledge areas are you falling behind in? 2. Which industry trends might threaten your current position? I challenge you to write down more than AI. What external factors pose risks to your career stability? For example, one of my clients worked in retail management for 15 years, but identified the threat of increasing e-commerce. Rather than ignoring this trend, he proactively developed skills in digital marketing and inventory management systems, making himself invaluable in the new retail landscape. Remember, threats identified early become opportunities to adapt and grow. They're not always as scary as they seem. Putting it all together. Now for the most powerful part. Connecting the quadrants. Here's how to extract maximum value from your SWOT analysis. 1. In the strengths opportunity connections, how can your unique strengths help you capitalize on market opportunities? This is your primary path to growth. Weaknesses and threat defenses. Where might your weaknesses leave you vulnerable to external threats? These need to be your priority areas of where you need to focus development and finding support. You can't pretend they don't exist. It will hurt you. Strength, threat positioning. How can you use your strengths to mitigate threats? This is your resilience strategy. The weaknesses and opportunities development. What skills might you need to develop to take advantage of opportunities? This should guide your learning opportunities and where you should invest in your growth. You can either pause this video or take time to do it after. I would give yourself at least 20 minutes to think how to do this completely and thoroughly. It's an investment that's going to give you extraordinary clarity. The hardest part is being self-aware of which realities are true for you. It can be helpful to get external feedback as well, because sometimes there are things in our vision that we just don't see. So getting clear feedback, in particular around our weaknesses and our opportunities, and for some of you, more feedback on your strengths if you're having a hard time. Understanding where you stand in your career landscape is the first step to navigating it successfully. Your completed Career SWOT analysis isn't just a static document to lay around or to file somewhere. It's a compass that will guide your decisions moving forward. This clarity should be invaluable for your future. I'm always fascinated with how much pushback I get whenever a tool feels too simple. But I promise you, I've used this with Fortune 500 companies with their executives. I've used it with product management teams. I've used it with startups. I've used it with many coaching career clients. I've used it for myself. This tool, even though it seems simple, is incredibly powerful. I promise. In our next video, we'll build on this foundation to develop some more personalized career action plan. Make sure you're subscribed. If this video helped you gain clarity, give it a thumbs up and share it with someone who might benefit. And I'd love to hear your biggest insights from your SWOT analysis in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and remember, career clarity isn't about finding the perfect path. It's about understanding your unique position and moving forward strategically. See you in the next video. I wish you blessings and success.